Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, light holders, our awakened masters of the new Lemuria rising. Happy full blood moon and total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Today we also celebrate the Buddha's enlightenment and nirvana with the Purnima of May. On this holy day of Wesak, Buddha consciousness descends from the heavenly realms to relink and connect you to your highest sacred self at one with Source, the great mystery. Living from the heart, being connected to all things, you come into full realization of your cosmic consciousness, which is the Christ, Buddha, Tao, enlightened one. From the state of the unborn mind of Buddha, all things are perfectly resolved, healed, and transformed to the highest good of all sentient beings, of all physical and non-physical realms. Beings of the rainbow body, diamond mind of total luminosity, we transmit to you the gnosis and wisdom of the ages to assist you in your resurrection and ascension into the light. You are free to do what thy will on earth as it is in heaven. The external mirrors the internal, and the internal mirrors the external. All is in complete alignment for the final quantum leap of consciousness into the new life of the new golden age of infinite light. As the divine feminine mother goddess energy activates the center of the crystal palace in the upper dantian, the emerald palace in the middle dantian, and the red palace in the lower dantian, the three power centers of your avatar vessel of light becomes fully activated, and the Merkaba spins with the synchronicity of the perfection of the music of the spheres. Our full release and exodus from all corrupt systems is enacted, and the one law of the multiverse is in full effect for all living beings of the light. With this powerful gateway portal of the full blood moon and total lunar eclipse, Solaris releases more energetics sent from the great central sun to assist Gaia and all her children in the final phases of the great ascension process. We had more beams of light today appearing on the Schumann charts at amplitudes of 20 Hz, 32 Hz, and a big blast of white light at 52 Hz. Mother Earth continues to get flooded with a gamma plasma radiation from the completion of the sequencing of the new codes of eternal life. This assists all living beings in the freedom and liberation from all suffering simulations and programs of delusions and illusions. As the veils lift, the eyes of our spirits open to reveal all that is remaining hidden from our conscious mind. This will bring our divine birthright into fruition for the culmination of the paradisian timeline of eternal bliss consciousness. As we awaken from the dream within the dream, we come into the full presence of our bright virtue, our original divine pure awareness of Christ consciousness. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 24 degrees, 2 minutes Scorpio. The sun is at 25 degrees, 13 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 26 degrees Taurus. A Spaniard serenading his señorita. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 25 degrees Scorpio. An X-ray photograph from astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Brothel of the Light Sriman Narayana. Today is a good day to drop all mundane investments and completely embrace your spiritual awakening journey. Today is your day. No more delays. May this sentence be yours today. May you find the strength and wisdom to make this ultimate decision, surrendering yourself completely to the Source. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777. The May full moon, also called the flower moon, is happening in the sign of Scorpio. That is all about transformation, change, elimination, and rebirthing. As it is a supermoon and also a lunar eclipse, this means it will bring up more emotions to the surface, and the transformational rebirth energy will be a lot to handle for many. As the water element, Scorpio brings up emotions, intuition, and the unknown from the subconscious. Because we are in the Mercury retrograde phase right now, you can expect a lot of things from the past to show up in different situations. The purpose is to realize how they are keeping you stuck in the old, repeating cycles without a solution, not being able to clear it because you cannot see the connection in your own ways of being, doing, relating that you have learnt as a child. Scorpio will also bring up issues of power, control, and keeping secrets, pushing us out of our comfort zone and start telling the truth as we feel it. Despite the old beliefs, look beyond the surface and the society rules and the family line fears, wounds and blocks. Don't be afraid of the shadows. See, feel into the old that is coming up. Recognize your ways of living and release what doesn't resonate anymore. Open up to the new energy and allow yourself to change and speak your truth. Open up to the transformational energy and dive into the new. And from Divine Butler of the Light, Seraph Night. Dearest family of light, we are doing this. It's truly happening. We are shifting the collective consciousness of humanity as awakening. This is where we truly stand as one, as sovereign beings here on our earth. It's been a challenging beginning of 2022, and there will be more as the old guard collapses. This is a process to rebuild, but we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones to save ourselves. Yes, it's going to be a challenging time, but we are here now and we are victorious. We're entering into a new dawn for humanity and our beloved Gaia. Continue loving yourself. Keep raising your vibration of love for yourself and humanity. Keep releasing the past programs, beliefs, conditioning. This is where we as a collective step into our true sovereign power as free beings here. The truth is coming out more every day. They can't stop the forward motion of this awakening. I'm here. I'm with you all. I stand strong as an equal with you all. Freedom is ours. We are the wind that carries the seeds of a brand new tree. We are the love offered on the wings that stretches across eternity. We are the winds of change. We are the silent awakening. In loving devotion, Seraph, grand rising. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Sadia Farah Ali. Yesterday, during our group session in the Solar Christ Feminine course, we opened up a beautiful portal hidden somewhere near the Centauri, guarded by the centaurs. A beautiful emerald green realm opened before our eyes, filled with fairies and dragons, so much golden rays and white doves flying. In this green realm there stood 3 royal towers which held aspects of the triple goddess, Christ Mary, Mary Sophia, and Mary Taten. We visited them and helped restore the connection between the 3 towers and were celebrated by many dragons. We received the golden rose and so many other things happened I can't even explain. All I know is that this is huge for the feminine collective and not only for us in the circle. There was a retrieval and reconnection between different parts of the Sophia body and the restoration of the Star of David. Many of us are involved. We are with so many working on different parts of the whole. Sharing for some might feel the ripples of this work. So much love to you all. From SolarChristFeminine.com and from Divine Butler of the Light, Pars Kute. In essence, this shift in our world is a shift to being inner-oriented and aware of the unified wholeness. Our openness to the incoming higher light and willingness to cultivate a state of centered calm benefits us and all that is. Even in the worst expressions in our world, the energy and the people involved are emanating from the infinite oneness. All life is one and all life is divine. We are here now because we chose to be. Trust yourself in all life. Have faith and know all is one and all is divine. within divine love of one, pars kute. And from divine angels of the light, era of light, we are in for a treat as the second eclipse of the season arrives late Sunday, early Monday. The spectacular blood moon eclipse gets its name for the reddish hue the full moon becomes while the lunar eclipse occurs. The stunning blood moon eclipse occurring on May 15, 16 will be one of the longest total lunar eclipses visible on western U.S. in the century, lasting 84 minutes. The eclipse will reach peak totality at 9:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:11 a.m. Eastern Time, and morning hours in Europe. Eclipses are times of transformation and fated change. Being in Scorpio, you may feel an intensity in the field. It is a time to pay attention to your dreams, visions, unexpected shifts and openings. The Scorpio lunar eclipse thins the veils, revealing what is hidden in the subconscious. It is a time for reevaluation and assessment of what no longer works and new solutions. When light is alive and activated in the holographic mind, your visualizations are projected into the quantum field, carrying the light with them. It is a powerful cosmic gateway to influence the field with our global intentions. The eclipse is also occurring on the Wesak moon, also called Buddha moon. The first full moon in Taurus is the annual celebration of the festival of Buddha, known as Wesak. Wesak is important because it marks 3 key events in Lord Gautama Buddha's life: his birthday, the enlightenment, and his achievement of nirvana. The Wesak full moon eclipse reminds us to honor our spiritual lives and look at what we need to let go of, so we can become more compassionate and awakened. Mars and Neptune are also in alignment with the blood moon eclipse, inspiring us to focus on our spiritual well-being. And let's not forget we are entering the biannual Pleiadian lineup. While the Sun transits the galactic 25, 26, 27 degrees of Taurus or Scorpio, we are in astronomical alignment with the Pleiades. It is time to connect with our Pleiadian neighbors who are assisting the earthly ascension. We will join our galactic family during the sacred Wesak lunar eclipse and set our intentions for the new Earth. Calling all new Earth wayshowers, master alchemists, and star beings from all around the world to gather on Monday, May 16th for the lunar eclipse Pleiadian gateway activations. Let's join Archangel Metatron in the alchemical zero-point field of all creation. From eraoflight.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Tanya Gabrielle, the powerful total lunar eclipse in Scorpio with Sun in Taurus. Scorpio purges, eliminating everything that has gotten old, especially buried emotional stuff. Deeply repressed emotions will come into the light to be looked at, dealt with, and accepted. This total full moon eclipse uncovers secrets, power struggles, control issues that arise when we are not coming from a place of compassion. With the Sun in Taurus, a sign of security, patience, and peace, it is truly a fantastic time for growth. Give others the space to grow as well. Don't personalize anything they say or do. Scorpio teaches us to surrender what appears, especially big moments that seem unavoidable, and to empower yourself by taking full advantage of them. Surrender, trust, and allow Spirit to guide you. From TanyaGabrielle.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Sean Caulfield. Today's rising full moon lunar eclipse. Very powerful energies during these times, shifting and shaking Earth's consciousness to awaken. Staying internally centered and true allows you to surf the waves of universal change with ease. As we today on the 9th wave calendar move from 18 days of light to 18 days of night from tomorrow the 16th of May, 5 read, the energies set in the west, its introspection, going within, retrieving and healing the collective cosmic soul. From rockartgallery.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Take the final quantum leap to awaken from the simulation. Solar event mode continues with an M-class solar flare, and we just reached KP4 geomagnetic conditions. A C-class baseline as well as daily intermittent Schumann resonance spikes continue. We have a coronal hole facing Earth, solar storms, and powerful plasma waves assisting us in this final purge of all that is false and artificial, all that is not based in love, not in truth. We are ready to take the final quantum leap and awaken from the simulation as we remember that we are indeed dreaming and projecting all of this as the one mind. All is happening very fast now as the energies continue to amplify for this eclipse portal. Powerful inner and outer crystalline grid, DNA and double diamond, rainbow, solar plasma, aurora light body upgrades, and activations are continuing to deliver necessary healing and repair to our light body structure and consciousness bodies. Galactivations continue to bring interdimensional contact, our galactic citizenship and memories online with upgrades and clearings to our third eye, crown, back of head, and high heart. All that is false and artificial is being purged and cleared. As this happens, it is all arising to be integrated, neutralized, and alchemized in the 0-point field of neutrality, in divine love, and no time. So we become at one with all, dissolving all remaining veils and illusions of this false matrix based in separation, victim-victimizer, and fear programming, all to be dissolved, resolved, and transmuted from deep within us. Massive heart clearings, healings, and openings continue as the stargate of our sacred crystal heart as well as the crystal core of Earth is continuing to activate and open, emitting the most beautiful aqua blue and diamond white rays and plasma waves, as well as lots of emerald blue and violet rays moving through, clearing and activating the grids. The magical kingdom is becoming truly alive these past 2 days. I see them as if coming out of stasis, coming out of their sleep as I see their awakening as our own magical aspects activating. I can feel their energy in nature very strongly, such as elves, fairies, sylphs, gnomes, unicorns, and dragons. Especially here in Ireland, the magical portals and kingdom are so very plentiful and present, as many ancient stories confirm. Very exciting energies indeed. I know this is bringing everything up for healing that is required so we can let it all go. This isn't always easy as our artificial egos struggle for pure survival, and we're asked to face the full truth, which can be quite ugly and painful, but is absolutely necessary if we want to liberate ourselves from all that is false. We are to leave the old realities behind, no thing to hold on to, beloveds, but a bad dream. All the stories we have been telling ourselves, our old characters, who we thought we were, what we thought we were here to do, who we are connected to, the way we think, feel, behave, and act. Anything and everything is coming under review as our birth induction sequence and records are fully shifting, realigning, remembering, merging with and activating that of our future crystal self, the one that has never been born and never dies. The eternal one that remembers all of this is but a dream, and we came to liberate our many selves as one, so this artificial matrix can fully collapse, and the new organic ascension realities be fully reborn, all from deep within. Let us remember the magic that lies within all. Let it awaken and ignite from deep inside of you again, as if you were a child, before all the programming told you what is or isn't possible, what is real and what is an illusion. Only when we close our eyes and drop our mind into our heart, in the silence, can we truly see and know what our hearts could all along. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. There are huge energy shifts coming in as the 7th central sun's energetic impulses will be felt more and more, as it is impacting enormously on planetary, solar, and galactic levels. These immense electromagnetic impulses will need to be integrated on all levels. The new Earth is spinning faster, and thus the dimensional shifts are escalating. Humans will feel this intensely now in their physical bodies and whole physicality as the sluggishness, low density of the old Earth and old 3D falls away. This is and will spill over into their relationships with one another, as some are already operating in the 5th dimensional frequency, and some are still stuck in the denseness of the 3D. It is a matter of every soul and every soul's choice now being made, for every soul is creating its own reality, which it wishes to experience, to believe in, to operate in. Most still allow the outside artificial world to dominate their thinking and belief systems and lives, and live according to the dictates of the false information, fair programming, false belief systems, and energetic impulses. Those who rise and have risen into the 5th are no longer influenced, and thus simply live and operate at this much higher, lighter, loving, unified state, unity consciousness, which those in the lower density cannot tune into, no matter how much they try to, for they first need to allow the density within them and whatever they are still clinging onto, fears, separation, to dissolve, thus be purified. This is the hour of the great collapse of the old world, all systems, all belief systems, all into which humanity fell into since the fall of Atlantis, and thus there will be an escalated collapse, as has been prophesied. Cultivate and tend the inner soul and keep your energy fields and system crystal clear, and then rise higher into the 7th. The old cannot enter there. Be compassionate with those who cling to the old. Unconditional love is the key. It is mostly fear which is keeping them there. The collapse of the old is escalating the birth of the new golden age, as all returns to the highest state of unity, harmony, and love. It is a process, transfiguration, changing from one very outdated and outmoded dense form of life into a much higher universal form of life and living, new light body, new existence, and thus the return to oneness, unity with all that is. This first needs to be experienced within each soul before it can be experienced without. Transmitted Lord Melchizedek from JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. Gene Key 8, May 15th, 2022 through May 20th, 2022. Mediocrity, Style, Exquisiteness. The true rebel, the one who has truly released their inner light, hasn't even a breath of imitation about them. They're constantly transcending all definitions of who they are. They can't ever step in the same river twice. This is why the gift frequency releases such a tide of creativity. It's the atomic explosion that occurs as all those definitions of who we are begin to melt, and we begin to enter another dimension, a way of living that's far more outrageous than anything we could ever dream up ourselves. And from the I Ching, the classic book of change, Hexagram 8, holding together, water upon the earth. Every unique fish swims in the same water, from the surface to the ocean floor. Exquisiteness is devotion to unity. Style is committed orientation. Mediocrity is half-hearted dislocation, communicating receptivity. Inquire of the oracle once again whether you possess sublimity, constancy, and perseverance. Then there is no blame. Those who are ready will then join him, but those who delay will meet with misfortune. We do not fear mediocrity as long as our heart is open and singing. We no longer need to react to it and find ourselves at odds with the status quo. True style is found in the marketplace, living as an example of a true rebellious human being, unchained by external definitions and unfettered by conditioning, ancestral or cultural. Richard Rudd's 64 Ways from GeneKeys.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, at this stage of our ascension journey, it is pivotal to clear fear from our personal space so we can discern for ourselves and co-create only with what resonates with what we wish to build. We are heading into a new trajectory, a harmonic one, in which we cannot continue choosing fear and limitation. To help us in our personal desire to evolve and overcome fear, the current planetary energies are assisting us to trigger the transformation required for us to move from fear to love, for as species we have dealt in fear for so long. The full moon total lunar eclipse at 25 degrees Scorpio is a wonderful ally for those who are working on transforming themselves, even though it also means embracing what they fear to be able to transcend it. Scorpio, in unison with other planetary forces, such as Saturn, is going to help us through the proper challenges we need to experience, to break old limitations and habits so we can continue transforming ourselves into love-light beings. Scorpio energies can help us go deeper into the depths of our being, getting to know our shadows and wounds, so we can help ourselves and all by healing them. The fixed sign of Scorpio is ruled by two of the most powerful planets, Pluto and Mars, which is very well aspected with the eclipse as it trines Mars as well as Neptune. Mars gives us the fiery and warrior-like energy, the vitality and enthusiasm that we need to initiate the proper changes in our lives, while Pluto, a planet that is all about power, regeneration, and rebirth, activates the necessary shift that needs to occur for us to transform all that is not working, helping us to dissolve our inner struggles, as often all outer conflicts are just a reflection of our inner ones. The challenging aspect comes with Saturn as the eclipse squares it. This, rather than being something negative, is just an opportunity for us to move out of our comfort zone and begin to expand and go beyond our limitations. We have many other forces, Mars, Neptune, and other stars, supporting the transformation we wish to create and offering us their frequencies to empower ourselves and overcome any difficulties we may experience at this time. There is nothing that is actually occurring that is chaotic, but our mere human view of the recent events, everything that is happening, is perfectly orchestrated, and we all agree to live what we are experiencing in some way for our personal growth. It is always up to us to decide whether to use our personal situation to grow or blame others. We need to take responsibility for our own creations in reality, remembering that we can always choose to liberate ourselves from our own mental chains and begin to embrace higher truths that will help us in the process of freedom. At this powerful time, we have the opportunity once again to take charge of our lives and act as the only creators of them. Guides continue inviting us during this eclipse to work with the icosahedron as the geometrical pattern that will help the most to integrate the current energies at this time. The icosahedron is associated with Scorpio. This is why guides repeatedly remark on the importance of continuing to work with it, as healing and transformation is not a one-day process, and it requires time and devotion. A pattern that will help us to balance our feminine essence so we can continue manifesting and creating new beginnings, as all descends first from what the feminine births from within. These series of eclipses are very connected, as in other times each one of them offers us a unique frequency. However, guides share that this second eclipse will continue to be one for personal transformation and correction, as when we have already passed through the initial phases of transformation, we may still need to correct, dissolve, or rebalance some aspects of ourselves. This is a very powerful eclipse for personal transformation, which begins from within, working on DNA reconnection, healing, and purification. We just need to do the inner work, which may not always be easy, but it is what will bring the outcomes that we desire to achieve, as beings who are constantly evolving. Have a blessed and transformational eclipse, beloveds, within infinite love. Natalia Alba from StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Total lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio. I'm slipping and stumbling down a rocky path. I cannot resist the call of Pluto, ruler of this lunation and sextile to the eclipse. He smiles, teeth flashing in the darkness, and a shiver wobbles up my spine. My legs feel weak and I'm tired, and Saturn square to the lights and the nodes has made it hard to think, hard to progress, and far too easy to resist the changes I must make. But Pluto is having none of it. He takes my hand, looks deep into my eyes, and I realize that everything I was afraid of is here, and I don't need to be afraid anymore. You have the power, whispers Pluto. Take control. I live in your bones, unconquerable, eternal. rich in wisdom gathered from a lifetime of experience. Falls and triumphs, deep and profound loss. Let go, right now, of all that doesn't serve. Pluto points to Mars and Neptune and Pisces as they trine the moon. You already know where you are fighting a losing battle. Surrender is not defeat. Surrender is not failure or cowardice or giving up. Surrender is brave release and space clearing for all the beauty to come. Let all that didn't work become the fertilizer you need for new growth, an empowered life. The kind of life you could never imagine, but is absolutely true for you. This is your time. Release, relax, find closure. Dance with your shadow. Potent transformation is promised. Sun in Taurus square Saturn in Aquarius and sextile Neptune in Pisces. Venus conjunct Chiron in Aries. Mars in Pisces, sextile North Node in Taurus. As we move towards the lunar eclipse, a string of aspects perfect, drawing us to pay attention to what arises today. The solar connection to Saturn along with Venus conjunct Chiron means that we could be filled with self-doubt, wondering whether we're good enough, wondering whether we're capable of accomplishing our greatest hopes and desires. Mars kicks his feet in Pisces, pushes us through the water, towards the path of light, but it takes great trust to surrender to the tide and go with the cosmic flow. Still, Neptune's connection to the sun offers us a soft spot to fall. When life is hard, we must remember our divine connection to all that is and to each other. Even though there are natural limits to our time, energy, and physical abilities, the soul and imagination are boundless, an ever-flowing source of wisdom and inspiration. Drink from the inner well, be as receptive and malleable as clay. Love yourself to soothe the hurts. Remember, you are a magical child of nature. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 257, Red Planetary Earth. The number 10 is called Planetary, and its keywords are manifest, perfect, and produce. The 10th step of any wave spell is about manifesting what you need. It provides perfect opportunities. We are getting very close now to the end of this wave spell and the end of the Tzolk'in. It is very fitting, the meaning of these last few days. If you followed consciously through this whole 260-day cycle, then you will find the energies now quite intense. 20 times we experience a planetary day. That's 20 times we had an opportunity to manifest. Today is Red Earth, which represents evolution, synchronicity, and navigation. When the Red Earth comes round, which is every 20 days, we get the chance to focus on our evolution. It is a wonderful grounding energy that helps us connect with the planet we live on. When we do this successfully, our navigation is reset and we find ourselves redirected. Our timing improves because we have facilitated synchronicity by connecting with our Mother Earth. This leads us to be in the right place at the right time. More coincidences happen and evolution becomes easier because we learn which direction to go. Today's perfect number makes this Red Earth Day one of the most powerful and profound. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red, Planetary Earth, 10, Kaban, Keen 257, 15th of May, 2022, Manifesting Harmony. 15-5-2022 equals 656 equals 611 equals 62 equals 8. 656, Liberating Heaven on Earth. Day codes 15, Spiritual Alchemy, Charisma, Magnetism. 6, Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility. 8, Abundant, Infinite Source Flow. Month year codes 5, Freedom, Liberation, Change, Transformation, Movement. 6, 11, Illumination, Portal, Gate, Polarity. 2, Twins, Cooperation, Partner, Duality. 20, The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22, Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 257 equals 77, equal 14 equal 5, Freedom, Change, Transformation. Another huge planetary day in our ever-evolving ascension journey on planet Earth. Day 10 of the spectacular yellow star wave spell, where we are awakening our sparkle in using our creativity to attract more beauty, grace, and harmony in our lives, so that our lives become a living work of art. And so we reach day 10 in the final countdown to piercing the veil through to Source. Today we are perfecting the manifestation of peace and harmony in our beautiful new world that we are collectively co-creating. Perfecting the creation of the reflection of time equals art, as above so below, it is decreed. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the Yellow Star wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the beauty and harmonious flow that we desire. Our lives are transforming, our minds and hearts are at peace. All is well in our beautiful world. Wesak, Buddha, full blood moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. The phoenix rises from the ashes and transforms into the holy white dove. May 15 through 16, 2022. 16th of May 2022 at 1:32 a.m. UTC. Eclipse Sabian symbols. This miraculous, phenomenal, celestial eclipse occurs on May 16th Universal Time, and in the Southern Hemisphere, Keen 258, the white spectral mirror, will ensure that we totally obliterate the old artificial matrix world as we rise victorious, flying through the ashes on our way to Buddhic consciousness. In the USA and parts of the Northern Hemisphere, the eclipse commences on the evening of May 15, 2022, 9:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, USA, 15th at 6:32 p.m. PDT, LA, USA. Keen 257, Red Planetary Earth, is the dream spell code for the regions, so it is important for lightworkers in these time zones to utilize the potent manifesting codes of Keen 257 to manifest the new harmonic matrix, the new earth, based on peace, harmony, and abundance. A beautiful alignment of codes with the shattering of the old world as we knew it, and manifesting the beautiful new world of peace. Divine synchronicity at play to drive our planetary evolution through this miraculous ascension event. Aho, planetary kin, blast off to 5D bliss. Gaia is strongly calling all the planetary wizards to unite in their collective visions of utopia today, meditating and being in stillness in order to perfect our manifestation of this grand planetary new dream of peace on Earth. Let's do this together, planetary kin. Let Gaia reach her highest potential too. Visualize bliss on Earth. Today's question is, how can we perfect the manifestation of the divine harmonic matrix of Mother Gaia? Divine blessings for perfecting extraordinary global manifestations today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 257, Red Planetary Earth. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to evolve. Producing synchronicity, I seal the matrix of navigation with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of life force. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brother of the Light, Finn-Erik G, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to support us with a monthly pledge, you can do so to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Eva Cook, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister, for your continued support. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we'll complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our 17th dimensional beings of light through the Pleiades star system. Pleiades 1 messages, May 15, 2022. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Orbital realignments in progress. Second sun aims. Plasma of Z field recognized. Removal suction initiated 88% non-regressive. Shaman fauna powers in internal alignment. Projectors aimed. Terran reverberation 76% non-regressive. DNA sequences are adjusted. Galaxy illuminates. Crystalline forces keep coming. Attention, Vanula, the fountain of potions. Rejuve D in its primary anchoring. Initiated, 98% non-regressive. Attention, Vanula, the fountain of potions. Powerful, Rejuve D, 92% non-regressive. Defrag movement in progress, 91% non-regressive. Violence decreases. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, powering chamber, +++, from disclosurenews.it. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed Vesak ceremony of the Buddha Purnima, the most auspicious and blessed full blood moon, total lunar eclipse in Scorpio 144 coming in. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make today and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.